Hey guys, how's it going? I am. Oh, don't want that. Let's pause that. I am trying to stream off my PC just to see if it works. Just to see if my PC doesn't explode or not. Just exploring around. Giving it a go, seeing what happens, you know. You know how it is. How's everybody doing? Long time no see. Because I'm streaming off my PC now, I can't see chat, so I put chat up on my phone. Can someone say something on chat so I can see if it's working? If anyone's still listening. Oh, that's gonna cause an echo. Oh, that's made me a bit laggy though. My frame rate has dropped dramatically, which is not good. Hey, thanks Matt91. How's it going, man? Yeah, I don't know if my PC can handle this shit. Maybe if I put the stream down to 30 frames per second or something. Yeah, my PC is like, my game's lost all of its frames. Yeah, I don't know if my PC is up to this. How you guys doing? Doing alright? Tell me something interesting. What have you all been doing? I'm gonna try... Where can I see frame rate? I can't remember. Can't remember how you show frame rate. Miscellaneous maybe? Toggle frame rate. Let's put that on controller range. Ooh, nasty. Down to 30 frames per second with this shit. I lost hope for that keyboard. You know what, mate? I've actually got it sitting behind me in a box. The problem is, in fact, I'll just show you. The problem is, can you see that? Oh, that's my girlfriend. See that? There it is. There's your keyboard in the box. Right? The problem is, I can't find a box that it'll fit in. so like, that's the issue I'm having. Is that it's like, it's got a weird shape. And like, I could ship it, but sort of wrap it in paper and stuff. But I didn't want to risk it getting broke, shipping out to you like a broken box or something. Keyboards are surprisingly hard to ship. You are gonna get it though eventually, somehow. Even if I have to ship it in like a really crappy sort of random box or something. Yeah, I just thought I'd try World of Warcraft out and see how my PC handles streaming it. The answer is not very well. But maybe like, there's something I can do to reduce how much CPU it uses maybe, I don't know. Because World of Warcraft's quite a CPU bound game, I think. Nah, I didn't forget, mate. I got like, when I know there's something that I need to do, I sort of like, I put a note for it on my desktop. So like, there's two things I still need to ship. I've got to ship some Sea of Thieves stuff to a friend on Twitter. And I got to ship that keyboard to you. And I've got like a note on my desktop that I need to do that. The problem is I just can't find a box that it'll fit in. I suppose I probably could order one off eBay or something. But it's just sort of like, I was hoping that I'd just end up with a box, because I get a lot of review units and stuff, and I'm usually like overflowing with boxes, but the keyboard's just a weird damn shape. To be fair, it's already in a box, so I might just wrap it in bubble wrap and then wrap it in parcel paper or something. But I'm just scared that it'll get like broken or some shit while it's being posted. But man, it's been a long time since I've tried doing any streaming. But I don't think my PC is good enough for this shit. I really don't. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. I don't know if I like this new UI. I think my other UI is better.
Let's get you fixed up. I need to get close. I need to target something first.
Maybe this UI is better. I don't know. Does it make sense to try WoW if you've never played it? Honestly, I think so right now. This expansion is wrapping up, so they've announced a new expansion called Dragonflight, which will launch probably December, January, February, March. December at the earliest, March at the latest, I would imagine. And what expansions tend to do in WoW is reset everything. So like everyone starts over from scratch together, like, and you have to get new gear and you have to level up again, and you know there's new stories and new features and new classes and new races and new continent and new stuff to do and all that kind of stuff. So like towards the end of this expansion, it's probably be a bit weird to play it now. But honestly, not bad. They've made it a lot easier for new players to catch up. Like, I didn't play for months, and I was able to catch up to my guild in a couple of weeks, which was... It's never been that easy to catch up to the end game. But at the same time, it's kind of like you need... It's better with friends. It's not a fun game to play solo, especially as a new player. So like, on that basis, it's hard to recommend purely for that reason. Because of the, you know, the fact that it's not super fun if you're playing by yourself. It's good to have someone who can like show you the ropes and stuff. Because it isn't that newcomer friendly, unfortunately. A lot of people are hoping that it'll come to Xbox, but I don't think it will. It's too much of a, I don't know. It's too much of a PC game.
You're tough. You'll be fine.
How do I do this quest? Friend might be a problem, so I'll probably skip it. Yeah, I would skip it if you haven't got someone who can show you the ropes. I really would. I mean, I would be happy to if you play in Europe, but I can't remember if you're based in Europe or the US. Hey Medi, how's it going, man? Just messing around on WoW, seeing how my computer handles it, because I usually stream from my Xbox. Poland, right? Yeah. And is it true that Poland cut off Russia cut off Poland's gas? Jez, can you play with the controller? You can play with the controller, but using mods. You have to use mods to play with the controller, but I haven't tried it myself yet. It's something I wanna try, but I haven't tried it yet. Hey James, how's it going, man? I'm just test streaming some PC games at the minute, because I don't know if I've got a good setup for it. Streaming from my PC has absolutely killed my frame rate in WoW. Absolutely killed it. So like if I was raiding and running Discord as well, it'd probably be even worse. I probably need a dedicated stream PC like, you know, all the pros have. I don't know though, maybe I can stream at a lower frame rate and lower bit rate. If I stream at 30 frames per second, maybe it won't be so bad. But I think like if I was in a raid setting, this would absolutely kill my frame rate. And also some of the add-ons I'm running are quite CPU intensive. Poland and Bulgaria, we're covered, but Bulgaria's in trouble. Right. Fuck Russia, man. Or fuck Putin, more accurately, I guess. He's gonna get his at some point, I think. One way or another. I wonder who in Europe can help Bulgaria. Well, the problem is gas supply. Like, apparently they're trying to build a new pipeline to Norway, so Norway can supply more gas. Because Norway has loads of gas reserves as well. And also they're trying to like get more gas from Europe, United Arab Emirates and Africa as well. It'll be solved. It'll just take time. The issue with gas, like, is less about heating. It's more about because they use natural gas for packaging and also preserving food, and also making fertilizer for crops and shit. So it's not just heating. This is going to cause like an array of issues. It's probably a good thing that it's happening now rather than in the summer, I mean in the winter, because obviously then you need gas for heating as well. Poland will be connected to BP in September, that's good. The less Europe can rely on Russia, the better.
We're open for business. Closing the store.
Yeah, if the EU steps up, it'll be fine. That's the thing about America, it's like, America's super self-sufficient, like, drills its own oil, drills its own gas, doesn't really need anyone's help. But Europe's always needed, like, Russian gas. For whatever reason. So I'm just doing some random quests right now, like nothing particularly exciting, just random quests and random chat. I might go and do some old content and try and get is this Elden Ring? Oh shit, do I have it tagged as Elden Ring? No, it's not Elden Ring, it's World of Warcraft. My bad. Yeah, I think America's stepping up to help Europe as well, yeah. What the hell? I look like Red Dawn right now. That's pretty funny. Blood Raven with the Trixies. Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation. But that's usual, right? The only news source I trust is the BBC these days.
It seems the area surrounding our necropolis has been affected by caustic substances. Time to gather some samples.
At least the BBC isn't trying to cut a profit, which makes the difference in my opinion. Can you get Heinz Beans in Germany? You can if you import them. Like, you can buy them off Amazon, but they come from the UK when you do that. It's funny. But the problem is I can't eat beans anymore. Because I had like this weird stomach condition which like stopped me from being able to eat beans, which is so weird. Wow, I just lagged. I had to kill that dude for a quest. Hey Jez, have you heard anything about Perfect Dark? I haven't. The last I heard was that certain Affinity was possibly contributing to the project in some way. Certain Affinity is obviously working on Halo as well. So that's interesting. But I haven't really heard. I don't think they're contributing in a big way, just sort of like a small way. To Perfect Dark. But I also am not 100% about that. Yeah, maybe. I used to eat beans on toast like almost every day, especially when I was dieting. When I was dieting, beans on toast was my diet food. I had like literally beans on toast almost every single day. And then my stomach was just like, nah, not anymore. And like, even just eating a little bit made me really ill. It was so strange. I haven't been that ill since I had a sepsis when I was a kid. I was so ill about a year ago that I couldn't physically get up the stairs. I thought I was dying. I had like every single test under the sun you could imagine. Like every blood test you can imagine, every fucking I had an ultrasound, just everything. And then the doctor was like, okay, we're gonna put you on this really restrictive diet where you can only eat food that you don't need bacteria to digest. So I could basically only eat rice and chicken for like a month. And it was like magic. I was just like instantly cured. And then like over the year I gradually reintroduced other foods. Like gradually over time tried like cheese and that was fine, milk and that was fine. And then like I tried eating bread again and my stomach was like, nah, you ain't eating no bread. No bread for you, buddy. So that was lame. But I ain't felt this healthy in years. I really haven't. I think this has been going on for years though, really. Like this ain't out of nowhere. I've had like stomach problems on and off since I was about 20. So for whatever reason I can't eat bread. And it's not celiac disease either. So like I had a celiac disease test and they were like, nah, it's negative. So then I was like, okay, well it can't be bread then. But apparently you can be like intolerant to certain foods and not be fully allergic to them like celiac disease is. So I don't know, it's just weird. It's really weird. But even weirder is I can eat pizza. So even though I can't eat bread, I can eat pizza dough bread. but I can't eat toast bread, which in my mind makes no sense. I have no idea what's in pizza bread that isn't in regular bread or whatever. That means I can't eat bread. And I can't eat any kind of beans either. I can't eat soybeans. I can't eat cocoa beans, runner beans. Man, runner beans made me really ill. And I can't eat chili peppers anymore. I used to love chili so much. I used to have chili with kidney beans like all the time, and I can't eat that anymore. Yeah, it might be some types of flour. It's hard to just pinpoint it or lock it down. It's really, really strange. I've tried like all kinds of stuff, and it just seems like completely random what sets me off and what I can eat. So usually now I just sort of stick to, I eat gluten-free crackers and cheese for like most meals just to be safe. Man, if I do start streaming off my PC, I really need to find a better setup for finding chat. Because right now I've just got it pulled up on my phone and I'm just sort of glancing over it like. No, bread's not a bad thing. Wish I could stop eating bread. I try to keep it out of the house. Yeah. I mean, bread is... It's got a lot of calories in, really, for what it is. To be fair. Kevin's party supplies. I haven't done this quest before. Jesus, where'd all that heist come from? Ah, inscrutable quantum device. I've got to kill a compressed jelly from someone. It feels like Xbox is doing everything right, we just need more consistent first party releases. It seems like Starfield, Redfall, Forza Motorsport grounded this year, but what about next year? And what about next year indeed? Next year is going to be Avowed, we know that much. Avowed will be next year. I think there's a chance we could see maybe Hellblade launches next year? Maybe. I think the fact that Hellblade's probably a narrative adventure game and less of a sort of gamey game probably means it launches sooner than later. I do think Hellblade will have more combat than it did before, but I still think it's going to be quite a scripted, linear, sort of narrative experience. I was hoping it'd be more like God of War and have like more complexity to it, maybe. Even though God of War was not that complex, really. But do you ever feel like people take any bad news about Xbox, Halo Infinite 2 not being great, and just start making blanket statements about our company? Yeah, they do. That's definitely true. I think like a lot of people always say, "Oh, Phil should fix this. Phil should fix this," but like, Phil's running the business now. He doesn't run the game studios. It's Matt Booty's job to make sure they're all firing on all cylinders. And with an operation as big as Halo, you know, they rely on Bonnie Ross to do it, so I don't think Halo failing or being in a rough place is necessarily an indictment of all of Xbox, but I do think it probably means that Halo needs to consider change of leadership or something. Halo needs something, because clearly they're not sort of delivering on expectations in any sort of measure. I mean, the fact that it's only got 1,000 viewers on Twitch, I mean, people don't really like watching arena shooters anymore. They want to watch Battle Royale. That's just a fact. So, like, will Xbox deliver a Battle Royale? Oh, sorry, I'm choking. Will Xbox deliver a Battle Royale? It does seem like they're going to be going down that route, you know. Jez, have you seen the Mandalorian Xbox Bethesda rumor? I have. I actually spoke to Mr. Mighty Players about this in the past. I have no information about this myself, not a shred. So I can't corroborate it from my end. But it sounds pretty exciting, and it's the kind of thing that, you know, Xbox is aware that people often make comparisons about Xbox with regards to licensed properties like Spider-Man and stuff. But I also know Microsoft likes to own all of what they do. But that being said, I do think Disney is one of the companies they would work with, maybe, for this kind of stuff. So I think, like, if they were ever gonna do a licensed IP, it would be a Star Wars, I think, or a Marvel or something like that. All Halo needs is time, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing about Halo. It's like they are aggressively pursuing an anti-crunch culture with Halo. Similar to what they do with Sea of Thieves, you know. So Rare has no crunch culture, from what I understand. And you know, the gaps between their content drops can be pretty long too. But people don't have the same expectations of Sea of Thieves that they do for Halo. Now, how do I do this quest? I want something warm and gooey. That's right, I want some lovely bone marrow pie. Now, I just need the very best and rarest bone marrow. That's where I need you to help Mama and dig marrow up. Yes, dig. Dig. Collect 4 Maldraxi bone marrow. And they're underground here somewhere. Is there a cave I need to go into? Oh, that looks like a cave. Okay. Here's a bone marrow. That looks pretty disgusting. As a dev, I love hearing the no crunch. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, like, they don't work hard. I'm sure that they still do work pretty hard. For example, I heard, like, towards the end of Age of Empires 4, it got a bit hectic. But it doesn't sound like they're doing anything on the same level as, say, like, you know, stuff that we heard about Naughty Dog and shit like that. It sounds like, you know, the industry at large is, like, addressing this sort of crunch culture thing. So I think, like, expectations on a lot of stuff's gonna get pulled back. I mean, even Call of Duty Warzone has apparently lost millions of players this year, you know. So I think a lot of studios are reassessing their work-life balance after the pandemic. A lot of people are, like, literally just thinking, like, man, life is short, you know. People confronted their mortality, you know, to get dark with it this past year. And a lot of people are thinking, like, I don't want to throw my life away, killing myself for this anymore. I'm gonna sort of like try and have a more healthy work-life balance. And people are actively seeking out companies that will let them have a sort of healthier work-life balance, you know? Why have I got no raid frames now? Not raid frames. Character frames. Targeting. Alt and B. Alt and B? Alt and B. Oh, they already are. Hmm. Beef and Shed Armada gonna wipe the floor with Windows Central Battle Shrimp. Yeah, they're playing a Halo tournament, right? I haven't been following it that closely because I just don't play Halo. I don't like it. If we did like an Overwatch tournament, I'd be all over that, but I don't play Halo. I used to play Halo when I was younger. Like we used to skip school and play Halo, like Halo 1 locally on my Xbox, you know, at my house, but I never really liked it online. I don't know why. Crossplay doesn't help. Like, I'm not a fan of the crossplay implementation in that at all. Like in Overwatch, at least, like if there's like a sniper on the enemy team, I can switch to something that like can counter it and doesn't need like twitch aiming. Like I can play Wrecking Ball or something and just roll around and I don't need to aim. But like in Halo, if the enemy team has more keyboard and mouse players than the other team, they win. Because it's easier to aim with keyboard and mouse. It's just a fact. I'd rather have happy devs who enjoy their jobs and crunching for content. People do want 343 to crunch. Yeah, I agree. You know, I think like if eventually they get into a flow and they set expectations right, I think they're doing the right thing by setting expectations and saying, look, it's going to be every 6 months we get a new season. I think that's fair enough. I think you got like people accept the cadence of updates that Sea of Thieves gets, and I think people will start to accept the cadence of updates Halo gets, and it'll be like, you know, it'll find its audience. Like even if some people are like, nah, we want more updates or whatever, but Halo has like all these expectations and all this legacy attached to it. You know, fair or not, you know. I mean, Overwatch hasn't had like any serious content for like a year or whatever. Hasn't had any new heroes or nothing. But it's still fun to play. You know, the whole dev team's focusing on developing Overwatch 2 now, so like I don't expect there to be any like serious content out of that game at the minute. Have you tried the Overwatch 2 beta? I haven't tried the Overwatch 2 beta yet, because I haven't got access. I'm trying to get access, I'm trying to back channel it, but I haven't got access yet. But if I do get access, I'll probably be streaming it. Well, I don't know, because my PC can't handle it very well. Like I'm streaming this off my PC right now, and it's chugging. It is struggling, you know. It's doing its best. Oh, there's a rare. Let's kill him. Might get a cool mount out of this, but probably not. And do I get the mount? No, I don't. Rip. And just for that, I'm gonna murder all of his friends. Murder all the weird zombie cows. Inglorious vengeance. I think a little might be okay, but then the question is how much 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, I don't know. How do you figure out that question with regards to overtime? Yeah, it's always tough. And I think it's especially tough when it's like we're commenting on it as gamers and journalists. Like, unless you've been in the situation, and like you said that you're a dev, right? You know, a lot of the commentary about this It's like Rand says. Rand says on the podcast, nobody cares how the sausage is made. They just want the sausage, right? So people don't think about like devs crunching 12-hour days, 7 days a week to get their games. They never think about that shit. They just want their games, more games, more games, higher quality, faster, and the standards keep going up and up and up. Kind of reminds me of WWE in the Attitude Era, when like the WWE was like basically killing its wrestlers to get more and more risky stunts, more dangerous matches, and like never giving them breaks, and they were all roided to hell, and they were taking painkillers for all the little injuries they had, and they were literally killing their wrestlers, like by overworking them and stressing their bodies out to the point where like loads of them just died, and they're still dying young. People from the Attitude Era, they've got a short life expectancy, and that's fucking grim when you think about it. I'm not saying it's as dire as that, you know. But I don't doubt that there are devs like really pushing themselves really hard because the competition is really stiff. What am I doing? I'm just flying around aimlessly right now. We're using Chordy. We're trying to find salvage. Let's find shinies. Find me some shinies, Chordy. In the swamp, of course. And here's some salvage. And it's junk. I used to work a lot of overtime for work and became reliant on the money. It almost wiped out my social life. Yeah, I know that feel. Like, one thing I've been trying to do less of is non-stop work. There was a couple of years where I was working so hard, so much, constantly, that I'd sort of made me hate playing games, frankly. When I reviewed Far Cry 6, and I was just like, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, crunching out reviews and shit, like, with a few days ahead of the deadline. It just isn't fun, and people don't play games that way. People don't get a game and then feel like they've got to complete it within a set deadline. So like, even for review purposes, it's not giving you the real experience. So I don't really do many game reviews anymore because I just want to play games for fun. And people generally don't want to read game reviews a week after the fact, or 2 weeks after the fact. So now I just focus on news and, you know, trying to bring attention to things that the Xbox community wants to hear about, or things the Xbox community wants fixed. Oh, come on. Why is it spamming me with shattered mementos right now? Come on. Salvage. What the f— Oh man, I hate this quest so much. I've already done this quest. If I have, I'm not doing it again. Expansion features, Covenant. What's this quest? A Bountiful Hall. I've already done it. I'm skipping this. Screw this quest. Screw you, Chordy. You are lame. You can go away. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's go back to base. I don't get why people just want constant updates, constant releases. There's a way. Yeah, the backlog is real, man. Backlog is real. That's why, like, partially why I got burned out on Souls-likes is because when Elden Ring came out, I was like the whole team. It was all hands on deck at work, and everyone was doing Elden Ring content because we wanted to get the guides up. We wanted to like give people the content they were searching for on Google, you know. So like I grinded in the first couple of weeks. I grinded 200 hours across 2 saves, learning melee and then learning magic to try and, you know, hit these targets we had. And then like by the time all the content was done, I came to like play the game for fun, and I just didn't want to play. I was like, man, I played this so much for work, and now I'm just sort of over it. It's a shame, right? I think it's a shame. Stitched Conjurer's Cinch. Interesting. We got a bunch of junk in the bags. And Kevin's party supplies. What does this do? Kevin's party supplies. Get a slime ready for the party. Let's do that. Let's get a slime ready for the party.
I'm out of range.
Yeah.
Man, it's too far away.
What do I click on exactly?
I'm out of range.
Get a slime ready for a party? What do I click on? Do I have to summon a slime? Shall we summon a slime? I do have some slimes. Invalid target. Slime. Plagueborn slime? Here, slime. Oh yeah, it worked. What is that? He's carrying a little birthday cake. What's the point in that?
Another weakling falls.
That is so weird. That is really strange. Can I only use it on that mob? Plagueborn slime. Glop. Submerged into a puddle of ooze, becoming attackable for 1 round. Oh, right. Hey TB, how's it going, man? Hey Jez, do you think we'll get more games like City Skylines, Surviving Mars from first party Xbox Studios? Yes. In fact, isn't there one in development? One of the code names that we leaked, one of those games is a city builder, I think. Like an actual city builder simulation game. I can't remember. Was that the one Blackbird was working on? There's a 4X strategy game in development. 4X being like Civ, Stellaris, that kind of game. And there's also a traditional city builder being in development. But I can't remember who the dev of that was. Was that Oxide? Oxide Games and Blackbird Interactive are both working on strategy games, I think, for Xbox. Man, I really need to try and remember all these code names. I just can't remember them all, man. There's just so damn many. But yeah, I do think there's a city builder coming, I do. Off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Yeah, we got Party Slime going on now. Plagueborn Slime. Has he got any cool abilities? Plague Breath. Breathe putrid smoke on an enemy, doing Dragonkin damage. Slime Trail. Leave a slime trail. Coating targets secure, making it impossible to flee. Toxic skin. Toxic fumes. Dragonkin damage. Consume magic. Interesting. A plague-born slime can carry around a weird birthday cake for some reason. So, what other quests have we got to do today? Look at the map, it's probably easier. Bastion. We got 2 in Bastion, 2 in Autumnweald, and 1 in Revendreth. Okay. Okie dokie. Hey Jasper, how's it going, man? Red Tornado, yeah, was Indus the city builder? I can't remember. I literally cannot remember. WoW's changed a lot since I played in 2006. Yeah, it has. It's a completely different game, really. I was looking at some of the graphical upgrades I've done. Like, they're upgrading for the next expansion, which is all dragon themed. They're upgrading all the dragon models, and they upgraded all the dragon models in the last expansion as well. So it's like the second dragon model upgrade that the game's had. The game's coming up to like 20 years old, which is like crazy when you think about it. I don't know if any game has been supported at this level for this long. I know there are games older than WoW that still get support, but maybe not with this kind of budget. I don't know. And there's all these like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood features as well. Although this is going away in the next expansion, I think. Just gathering anima stuff here. Let's keep him there. That'll do. Deathfang. Go on there. There's probably an add-on which does that for me, but alas, I am not using it at the moment. That'll do. That'll do. When you try and console port, I haven't tried it yet. I might try it next week. I might do an article about it next week. I'll put that in my schedule for next week. That's what we do. There's an add-on called Console Port, and there's also an add-on called, is it Action Cam? Action Cam sort of, it zooms the camera in so it looks more like an action game and puts the camera over your shoulder. I can see it being good for melee classes, but like if you're playing a caster, you want to be zoomed out so you can see everything going on. Although even for melee, you kind of want to see what's going on. Hey Jacob, how's it going, mate? Oh, it's not an add-on. Console Action Cam full? Oh, really? Oh shit. Oh shit, I did not realize that was an in-game thing. Haha, how do I turn it off? I've turned it on now. I didn't know you could use action console commands in WoW. I wonder if they're gonna implement that as a standard feature, because that like it came up with a this is an experimental feature warning. I think we'll get more Game Pass tiers in the future, not the Family Plan, but something like Ultimate Plus that gives DLC. I do think there'll be more tiers. Like it works for cable TV, right? I can see them doing like an expansion pass, which gives you like World of Warcraft and maybe like free card packs in Hearthstone, stuff like that. That'd be so fucking cool. Imagine if there was like you pay like an extra like $10 a month or something, and you get like Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone card packs, Overwatch loot boxes like on a monthly basis. That'd be so sick. That'd be so cool. And I do think like they need to do a cloud only tier, because like if you're what's the point of paying $15 a month for console Game Pass, PC Game Pass, Xbox Live Gold, when all you want is cloud? It's kind of weird to make people pay for the whole package. Although maybe it pays for the servers, you know, maybe cloud needs to be $15 or something. I don't know. Change accessibility from center cam to reduce camera motion. Oh, okay. Hey, Jack Purchase, how's it going, mate? Nice to see you, man. And add the Battle Pass sub add-on that gives you all the Battle Pass in all the games. Yeah. Well, I think like the expansion pass should like include Battle Passes. Man, I might write an article about that because that's a really great idea, I think. A tier of Game Pass that gives you all of their Battle Passes across all of their games. Because you wouldn't use all of them, would you? Like, if I had like every Battle Pass for Call of Duty, Hearthstone and whatever, I wouldn't use all of them, probably. I just bought the Battle Pass for Hearthstone, which was $16. It's the first time I've ever bought a microtransaction in a mobile game, by the way, in my life. I've never bought a mobile mobile phone microtransaction in my life, but I got addicted to Hearthstone recently. Oh, I've got to summon Sabrina. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that article next week. Chipmunk, that's a great idea.
A new spell. I can't wait to see it in action.
Alright, we're collecting spells for Sabrina in this area. Oh, there's one down there. There's so many things I could do, yeah. Yeah, I've never bought a microtransaction in Candy Crush, to be honest. I bought Overwatch loot boxes. Yeah, I've bought loot boxes in Overwatch. I bought loads of microtransactions on console. I bought like I bought loot boxes in Overwatch. I bought practically every single microtransaction for Monster Hunter World, like all the dances and the hairstyles and stuff like that. Just because I love the game so much, I was just like, man, I just want to give the devs more money. It's just like I want to give Capcom more money because I got like 1,000 hours out of Monster Hunter World, and I felt like Capcom deserved every penny that I threw at them for that game. I got such amazing memories from playing Monster Hunter World. Such an amazing game. I've also bought microtransactions in WoW as well. Where's WoW? WoW's got an in-game store. Look. Usually it only sells mounts and shit though. Like, what did I buy? I often buy these for gifts. Like if a friend in WoW, like for Christmas or something, I'll buy him like one of these things, like Sapphire Sky Blazer or something. I think that's new. I haven't seen that before. That's interesting. What did I buy? I haven't actually bought many mounts from the store. I bought this one though, because it looks badass, I think. Hellstalker. And I bought a lot of the pets. There's like, wow, World of Warcraft has this whole Pokemon system in it, which is hilarious. Is Xbox quiet because of the ABK deal? They're afraid to talk about what's going on. It says they're working on a big event to launch a ridiculous amount of news. I'm honestly not sure what they're doing with the new stuff. I don't know why they're so quiet. I mean, I think like they're still talking about their financials and shit like that. So it's not like they're being totally quiet. And well, I suppose they have to report their financials, but they're still like doing like little announcements here and there. Like they announced Game Pass for PC is coming to new markets, for example, the other day. They announced that they're building a cloud-only publishing platform for games that are cloud native. That'd be interesting to see how that pans out. But like, I think probably at this point they are saving any game news for E3, or maybe they're just like they're probably just deciding what games they're gonna put in E3, and then maybe when they've sort of decided, okay, well, we'll leave this game out of E3, maybe they'll do like a smaller event where they announce features for some of the smaller games, maybe. But I think like at the same time, there's supply constraints, right? And Xbox is selling out without really blowing its wad on you know, revealing everything. So they can afford to hold stuff back right now. If there was ever a time they could hold stuff back to use in a reactionary way, it's right now. So like, imagine if like Sony announces something really big, Microsoft could like save something to counter that, you know. I don't think, while it's annoying as an Xbox fan, you know, I want to know everything too, which is why I'm constantly looking for leaks. But at the same time, like, they don't really need so much to go balls to the wall with announcements right now, I don't think. Because, you know, supplies are pretty hard to get anywhere, right? What is this? Rapier of the Fearless? I'm being attacked by a floating sword. What is that? That's a transmog weapon. Oh, that looks pretty badass, look at that. The weapon skin I just got. I didn't even know that existed. That's interesting. I'm trying to find books for Sabrina. All these books just lying around and shit.
Let's make some magic.
There we go.
I can't wait to see it in action.
That's Sabrina's quest done. Feels like we've been waiting for Xbox to showcase the upcoming games for years. Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. What games do you... If you guys could like... If you could see one of Xbox's upcoming games revealed tomorrow, you could pick one game. What game would you want to see revealed in full? Like with gameplay, features, like a 20-minute deep dive into everything the game is and what it does. What game would you want to see? Yeah, remember when people said launching their games on PC would hurt console sales? Yeah, that was funny. There's growing evidence that it helps console sales because like in the social media era, the more people that are talking about your games, no matter where they play, the more, you know, advertising you get. Nothing beats word of mouth, right? Indiana Jones, Fable, Hellblade, Spyro 4, Forza Motorsport. Yeah, Forza Motorsport sounds like it's shaping up nicely. I got a few friends who played Forza Motorsport actually, and they seem pretty excited about it. In terms of like what they're doing with it to make it more simulatory. Simulatory?
Burn them down.
Simulatory, is that even a word? Did I just invent another word? I'm always doing that lately. Right, now we need to fly somewhere new. So we need to find a flight path and then fly somewhere else. I really hope they boost draw distances in the next expansion because WoW scenery is so good, but it's like it's all ruined by this blue mist that they put over everything for draw distance. Where's the bloody flight path? Is that it? Oh, it's that little dude. Right, let's go to Ardenweald. State of Decay 3. Shrimp versus Beef and Cheddarada, 14th of May, 2:30 PM. Oh, that's awesome. Can I join as a spectator? If I can join as a spectator, I'll come and stream it and then do commentary or something. That'd be funny. Battle Shrimp. Are you excited for Sniper Elite 5? I've always enjoyed Sniper Elite games, but I've never fully completed one. I always sort of get bored and drop off. I played Sniper Elite 3 a load, and I really enjoyed it. And I played a bit of Sniper Elite 4. I'm hoping Sniper Elite 5 steps up a level to that sort of, to make it feel better, because it always feels a little janky. The games always feel a little bit janky. If they can get the quality up, like overall, I think those games could really, really hit like a critical mass of popularity. But they're also like, they're kind of milking it as well. So, I don't know. Hopefully they'll like come up with some new features for it. I got an original 2001 Xbox last week, 10 games, Halo 1, Blinks 1, Soul Calibur 2 and more. That's awesome. I actually sold my OG Xbox recently. When I was like, when I had all those stomach problems, because of the pandemic, I couldn't see a NHS doctor in the UK. So I had to go private and I had to pay for all the treatment. So like I sold so much stuff to pay for that treatment, and then Manscaped came through for me. So like a lot of the Manscaped money went on paying medical bills last year. Hey James, thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing good, man. Racing seat, steering wheel, manual shift, and pedals ready for Forza. That's awesome. I don't want to see too much Starfield before I can experience it. Too many movies being spoiled by too much revealed. Yeah, I agree with that. I do want to know like more about what it is. By the way, do you guys think this zone kind of reminds me? This zone really reminds me of Ori and the Blind Forest. This zone in WoW. It really does look like Ori to me. With its sort of magical trees and shit. I always thought this zone was basically Ori. It's got really nice music too. One thing WoW always delivers is like really cool looking zones and shit. Oh, parts of it are decayed, like Ori as well. Why not take a loan? Nah, I've got like a loan phobia. I have like no debt. I didn't go to uni because I didn't want loans. I've got a phobia of loans. So like I have like nothing on financing. If I ain't got the money, I don't buy it. I don't know if that's smart or dumb, but oh well. That's life. What do you want most? Rumored Mandalorian MMO or rumored Groundhog? Groundhog Marvel? What is Groundhog? Is it like Groundhog Day? With Bill Murray? Groundhog Day was a sick movie. Would WoW work on console? I think there's a world where WoW does work on console, but it would require so much balancing, and also it's hard to know if there's an appetite for paying for a subscription for WoW on console. They're competing with free-to-play games a lot on console. And it's hard to know if people would be willing to pay for the subscription, because the subscription makes the game. The whole business model is the subscription. The servers, this isn't like peer-to-peer servers. These are all dedicated servers. The whole game is running on a server. Everyone in the whole like world across like the universe, they're all on one server, or like a cluster of servers, and they have to pay for that with the subscription. And free-to-play elements would ruin the game, I think. Like if they went free to play, they'd have to like add way more microtransactions to it, and I think that'd kind of screw the game up. And I don't think people want to pay for cosmetic stuff that much. But never say never, right? I think there's a world where it could work, but do I think they'd do it? They just said in an interview that they're not planning on doing it, which kind of puts a kibosh on things. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft does own Azure and stuff, but you have to understand, World of Warcraft has literally hundreds of employees running it. Hundreds and hundreds of employees. Most of those are support staff and GMs and moderators and stuff like that. It's like, it's a business unto itself, and it's been this way for 20 years. So like every aspect of the game is calculated around that subscription. So I don't know. I want to believe they'd do it under Microsoft, because Phil said in an interview that he wants to see World of Warcraft reach more players. I think if they did do it, one way they might look at it is via the cloud. Bring it to Xbox via cloud streaming, because PC cloud streaming is something they're obviously going to do next. Especially given the fact that, like, I've heard that Samsung itself is building a game streaming service based on PC. So there's a lot of people getting into this space. It's interesting to think about. Oh, you mean like there's a rumor that Alpha Dog or Roundhouse is building a Marvel game for Xbox? I haven't heard anything about that personally. Could be true, but I haven't heard myself. Gold Shell, you can spectate and stream, would be sick. Also, it's Battle Dot Shrimp. Blizzard fan nod. Ah, right, Battle Dot Shrimp. Yeah, I will, I'll see if I can stream it then. May the 14th. But I might be travelling that weekend. Or maybe the weekend after. I'll see if I can make it. Is Miles and Brendan gonna play? Brendan's like a pro Halo guy. If I played, Battle Shrimp would definitely lose. Forza Horizon 5 runs and looks native on xCloud for Series X. Yeah, they've really improved the service in recent years. It's still kind of spotty in the UK for some reason. I don't know if it's because the UK's internet infrastructure is kind of lame, but in Germany, xCloud is amazing. Like even because I've got 1 GB down now, but before I only had 100 meg down, and it ran flawlessly. It was really, really good. Man, I've got a sore throat. And I feel kind of headachy. I'm really worried I'm coming down with COVID. Well, I'm not worried. I've got 3 vaccines. But I think if there was ever a time I'd get COVID, it'd probably be this week. Because going up the mountain, I did not pay much attention to wearing a mask at all. Yeah, I hope not too. I really do. The last thing I need right now in my life is COVID. But I've taken all the precautions, you know. If I get any worse, we got COVID tests here, and I'll do one, I guess. But I could just be like tired or something, or I could just have a sore throat. I could just have a regular cold. That'd be weird. I use xCloud on my Samsung A52 from T-Mobile 5G. Works great for fighters at least. Yeah, and Killer Instinct's particularly good on xCloud. I also used to play Bleeding Edge on xCloud as well. Man, I kind of like. I feel like there's a world where Bleeding Edge succeeds. The problem is like Microsoft has a very different measure of success than like some smaller games. I really enjoyed Bleeding Edge. I thought like Bleeding Edge could have been something special, but I think they should have stuck with their MOBA formula. Like that game was originally going to be a MOBA and it was going to have creeps and stuff like that. That kind of converted it into a brawler. I think that would have been really cool as a MOBA, like a Battleborn kind of game. I actually really like Battleborn too. I played the hell out of Battleborn. I love Battleborn. There was like this I can't remember his name now. It was like a mouse in a mech suit, I think. Was he a mouse or a duck or something? I can't remember. Some creature in a mech suit. It's so funny. I thought it was a great game. The PvE mode was lame. But I thought the main sort of attrition kind of gameplay was really good. Even though it was like it was 30 frames per second, which next to Overwatch was really noticeable, unfortunately. I feel bad for the game. Bleeding Edge was great fun, but the player base was too low. Yep, it was. I loved in Bleeding Edge. Oh man, I can't remember his name now. The British guy with the snake. Can't remember his name. But he, man, it was so damn funny using that guy to mind control people into the lava or make them jump off a cliff and stuff like that. And like, that is just so funny. Back in vanilla World of Warcraft, like a million years ago, priests could do that in WoW. They could mind control other players and make them jump into lava, make them jump off a cliff, and oh man, it was so funny. It was so awesome. But Blizzard nerfed it though. They're like, this is not fun for players who are on the receiving end. But it kind of was. It kind of was fun. It was like, it was just hilarious when like, you know, it happened. And now like mind control is, I don't know if mind control is even still in the game. It used to be so good. It used to be so awesome. You heard anything about Hellblade 2's combat? Sounds like it's been revamped and expanded. I think, yeah, they're kind of, I think they've teased that it's going to be improved and expanded. I think, I can't remember who said this. I'm sure a Microsoft exec said in an interview once, and he used Bleeding Edge's combat as an example. Like, they were saying how, like, before Bleeding Edge didn't have particularly, not Bleeding Edge. They were saying how, Hellblade didn't have particularly great combat because it was cut from the budget, and now that they're part of Microsoft, they can do more with it. I don't know if I don't know where I read that, or if I'm just making it up, but that's rolling around in my head. So I do expect improved combat, but I'm still expecting the scope of the game to still be like a very linear, scripted, narrative adventure game. It would probably be like the best scripted, linear, narrative adventure game, but I personally was hoping for more of a gamey game. I was hoping it'd be like, I don't know, almost Souls-like or God of War-like, with like exploration in a bigger world and stuff. But from what I understand, it's like, it's Senua sort of traveling across Iceland, and they've like laser scanned the topography of the whole island of Iceland, which is really interesting. So it should be a pretty big game, even if it is kind of linear. But I don't know. It's like it's one of those games that's really top secret. Like, I haven't been able to access really any hard information about it. Hellblade's been pretty quiet internally. Like, there are some studios at Microsoft that like are more willing to share or more able to share what they're working on. And that gets like passed around and files end up in places and then, you know, it ends up getting leaked, I guess. But Hellblade devs of Ninja Theory, they've not really shared much stuff even internally about that from what I understand, so pretty secretive, that game. Hey, Unknown Logic. It's going pretty good, man. I was streaming some WoW to test how well my PC would handle streaming from PC. Because obviously if I'm streaming from PC, it's like using system resources. It has created my frame rate, cut my frame rate in half. But I think if I tried again, I'd probably use different settings and maybe get more juice out of it, I don't know. I don't need to do that quest, I'm gonna abandon it. Recruit, drink to the dead. Interesting.
The Forsworn have all but destroyed the legacy of this place. Seek out any writings you may find.
After 10 years, Dead Island 2 is rumored to be revealed and released this year. Interesting. I don't know, what's the story behind Dead Island 2? Because obviously Dead Island and Dying Light share some kind of common ancestry, don't they? Wasn't it like Techland split away to make it or something? I can't remember. Because at one point there was only Dead Island, and then we got Dying Light, which was very similar to Dead Island. Goldshell, yes, I am a Goblin Warlock. Indeed. Although I have been thinking about race changing recently because I'm kind of bored of being a Goblin Warlock. I was thinking about going back to Undead. I used to be Undead in Vanilla, and then Goblin came out and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a Goblin. And I've been a Goblin since. But I do kind of miss being Undead sometimes. But I also really like Goblin Rocket Jump because it helps me avoid fire. And I often fuck up and stand in fire sometimes. Hey, Kieran Stewart, I need your assistance, buddy. God damn it. It got cancelled. What? What got cancelled? Dead Island? Didn't that come out? I played that. What do you mean Dead Island 2 got cancelled? What am I looking for here? I'm looking for juice. Dead Island 2 got cancelled. Oh right, so Dead Island 2 got cancelled and then they went off and made Dying Light, and then Dead Island 2 got uncancelled. What realm are you on? I'm Ascension. This is Twisting Nether. This is European realm. Is Ascension an American realm? I can't remember. Cannot remember. Hell, someone's shooting me. I should switch to a PvP. I should put war mode on and go and kill some players. That'd be fun to watch. But I'm not very good at PvP, so maybe not. This server is like heavily skewed in favor of Alliance as well, I think. Or was that my old server? Oh, that was my old server. I never really bothered trying war mode because warlocks are pretty easy to gank. can't escape. If someone starts attacking me, I die. I want that Quake reboot. Yeah, I do think that's happening. That's... I think, wasn't that Jeff Grubb that leaked that? The Quake thing? Makes sense to me. Has anyone seen Destin's latest video regarding PlayStation 4's devs to make tour demos? Yeah, it's pretty weird. Has Sony denied it yet? I thought they'd just come out and deny it and just be like, nah, we're not doing this. But the fact they haven't denied it, it's kind of like, well, it looks like they are doing it. I was surprised to see how good the Kill Tora storyline was. Yeah, I haven't actually ever played Alliance since Vanilla. But now that they're doing cross-round play, I might give Alliance a go for Battle for Azeroth sometime. Because I've heard that the Kill Tora storyline was really good. Wow, she died quick. I don't think the backlash... I mean, I don't think developers are going to be very happy about being asked to make Sony service for them. Sony's basically asking devs for free content if they're not offering compensation. That's very strange to me. How they think they can get away with that. Especially when, like, Microsoft, if Microsoft puts your game in Game Pass, you get an upfront, you get a lump sum, you know. And for some devs, for some games, the 2-hour early access is devastating. Because Steam has a similar policy, right? But, like, for some indie games, you can complete them in 2 hours, you know. You can complete Resident Evil 3 in 2 hours pretty comfortably. Like, even without speedrunning. You know. So, for some games, 2 hours is the whole game. Like, and yeah, I really do think Resident Evil 3 probably should have just been a DLC for Resident Evil 2, frankly. The remake. But, you know, for some smaller indie games, that's kind of mean. I mean, I did see that it's like, for games that are $35 or over, but... You know, a lot of people will just play for 2 hours and then refund it, you know. I've seen a lot of criticism of that policy from devs. Because they always criticize the policy when it's on Steam as well, so, you know. But, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. It might not even be happening. But yeah, $18 a month for demos is like the epitome of lame. Like, I can't think of anything less compelling. All I say is I'm glad that we've got Game Pass.
As it must be.
Oh, why am I walking there on foot? Right, after this I'm gonna go and clear one of the old raids, because I'm trying to get a mount. Or we could try and do some Mythic Plus. We could do a Mythic Plus maybe. What Mythic Plus do I need still? I need... I need to time a Sanguine Depth. And I need to do a Theory of Pain, a higher number Theory of Pain. Should we try and find a Theory of Pain? When did I find it? Oh shit, no, not that one. Theatre of Pain. Theatre of Pain. Here for this 15.
Fall before your masters.
I'm kind of wary about doing a Mythic Plus with 30 frames per second. Oh wow, that was a quick invite. That worries me. Let's do it, fuck it. Oh, I've been kicked. Never mind. Okay, I think we'll go to the Nighthold and try and get my mount instead. Jez, MBG made like 10 tweets in 10 minutes yesterday and accused us. Who's that? What did he accuse me of? Or accused who of what?
I look forward to working with this. Can be more than a stitch yard for us. We can make it a new home.
Yeah, Abominable Lives done. Don't have to do that anymore.
Our efforts are enough reward. Strength in numbers, small walker.
Okay, Abominable Lives, Achievo, is done. And now we just need to do Wardrobe Makeover, which is probably not hard if I find out where to actually get that shit. Don't need to do that anymore. And I don't need that quest either. Nice.
Let's make some magic.
My bags are full of crap. I need to do some vendoring. I've never played WoW and I'm so confused. Yeah, WoW is like... It does look confusing for people coming in. I'm not really doing any serious content at the moment because my frame rate's really bad while streaming. I'm just sort of messing around and just chatting. So don't think this is like a good indication of what the WoW experience is like. It really ain't. Like, what I really enjoy about WoW is the high-end raids. So like, if you play with friends as I do, you can do like higher end content and shit. That's more difficult and the rewards are better and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I usually play it. But because I'm streaming off my PC and I just wanted to test how well my computer would handle the stream, I'm just doing basic content at the minute. Not really doing anything serious. Spill your beans, Jez. Hey, Reprobate, how's it going, man? Played the beta of Warcraft in 2003 and I'm still confused on occasion. Yeah, I played that beta too, man. Man, I was so confused in the beta. I was like, what the hell am I doing, right? I just didn't get it at all. I didn't get WoW at all. And for some reason, I was trying to play it like it was Final Fantasy 11. Because I used to play Final Fantasy 11, right? And for some reason I was trying to play it like it was Final Fantasy 11, and I had a Warlock, and I was using a Firestone in my offhand, and I was trying to melee mobs to death instead of using my magic for some reason. And I never used life tap because I was like, well, life tap hurts me, so I'm not going to use life tap. So I just made the game really hard for myself. Because Final Fantasy 11 had loads of spells that were useless. So I just assumed a lot of the spells in WoW were useless as well. But obviously they were intended to be used. I didn't get that. Right. Now we're gonna try and get the mount from Heroic Nighthold. Because I really want it and it looks really cool and you can only try it once a week. So where's Nighthold? There it is. Man, this expansion was so good. This expansion was Legion, and it was so damn good. The budget of Legion was so much higher than like Shadowlands, and you can just tell. Massive cities and shit, compared to like the tiny ass cities we got in Shadowlands. Huge landmass. You can just tell that Shadowlands was low budget. You can just tell, and it sucks.
I need you to look into a suspicious person.
I need to get an add-on that gets rid of them talking heads. They're so annoying.
Our citizens are
I tried to play it like Diablo. That's funny.
See to it that they are suitably armed.
Yeah, the issue with WoW is not so much that you can't play it with a controller, because they've proved that there's add-ons that let you play with the controller. The issue with WoW is the business model. Like, will console players pay monthly for it? And I think they would if Microsoft added some sort of expansion pass to Game Pass. I think they could get away with it that way. But I don't know if people would do that. Hey Wolfgang, how's it going, man? It's good to see you here, man. I used to love Warcraft Orc and Humans on PC back in '95. Yeah, the first Warcraft game I played was Warcraft 3, but the first Blizzard game I played was Blackthorn. I don't know if any of you guys played Blackthorn. That was a really cool game. It was kind of like it's a bit like Prince of Persia-ish, kind of violent sort of platformer side-scroller game. It was really cool. No, I played Blackthorn on PC back in the day. Right, let's go and see if I can get this mount. Man, I should probably empty my bags before I go in here though. Nah, won't be that much loot. How's everyone doing? You're rock and rolling? How many people are watching the stream? I can't actually see. Random impromptu stream that I didn't announce anyway. 13 people. Right, let's do this. Right, this is an old raid. Actually, am I in the right place right now? Yeah. This is an old raid. So like this was content designed for 10 to 25 players. But because it's old, I can just go and one-shot everything because I'm high level than everything now. I should probably do the quest to get the skip. Talisman of the Shaldorai. Yeah, let's get the skip. Guess, maybe.
Hail and well met, champion.
See if Thief style action wheel would go great for healers during a raid. Yeah, maybe. There is a video on YouTube of someone using console port to heal. I think what did they do? I think they were using tab target instead. They were tab targeting the nearest person, I think. And they were also playing a druid, which, you know, has a lot of instant cast heals, which maybe helps or not, I don't know.
Protect lower reaches of the citadel from invaders. This is a momentous day, my friends. Until the Legion came, no outsider was permitted inside the corridors of the Nighthold for 10.
Do you think we'll get Spyro 4 in the future? Yeah, I do. I do think we will. And Chaser, I really liked the Warcraft movie. I was really hoping they'd do an extended version, because apparently there's like hours of footage that was cut out of that movie. And I feel like one of the issues with the movie was the pacing. Like, I watched it with my friends, and like, even my friend who's like, it was a WoW player, he didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, I had to explain all the lore, because the movie wasn't explaining anything. So like, if you were into WoW lore, the movie made a load of sense, and it was really good. But if you weren't into WoW lore, it was a bit disjointed and weird, I thought. But the producer also said that the studio cut out a load of footage, and it was supposed to be a longer movie. So what are you gonna do? I heard the same about. Wasn't that true about Blade Runner 2042 as well? 47. Do you mean Rand? What about Rand? What about him? Yeah, it does suck, man. Like movie theaters, movie studios ruin movies, man. I thought, like, did you guys see the Batman? I don't want to spoil it because it's a pretty new movie, but there's if you've seen the Batman, there's a pretty major, really, what I thought, important scene cut out of the movie. And I was like, why would you cut this? That was a pretty, A, it was an awesome scene and well acted, and B, it added a load of context to the movie that I thought was probably quite necessary. And they cut it out. I was like, man, they should have kept that in. Like, these bosses I'm killing, like, back in the day, they would have been, like, really hard. But I'm just sort of one-shotting them because it's really old. Oh, nah, this is someone I know, like, who lives in my town. Rand wouldn't care about WoW. He'd never play WoW, I don't think. We all know Rand's got bad taste in games. Right? They did quick forward the Batman movie on HBO Max. Yeah, I might try and watch it again. It's available on... I don't think it's available on Movie in the UK yet. But it'll probably become available on Sky Now or whatever it is. But I don't know. It really sucks we don't get HBO Max in the UK. And it's because Sky in Europe has exclusivity rights to all of HBO's content or something. So like all the Sky TV show, all the HBO Max TV shows, they either go to Sky Now or Sky Atlantic, or they don't come out at all, which is really annoying. I think like when that contract is up, they'll probably just ditch Sky and just release HBO in Europe, because like the fact that like Europeans are like, why don't we get HBO now? It's so much better than the crap Sky gives us. Are you guys cancelling your Netflix subscriptions? There's that whole meme about, wow, this robot is pissed. Oh, he had a bit more HP than I was expecting.
The palace grounds are just ahead. You'll find them even more heavily defended than the lower levels.
What is Randon? Bought DS1 remastered and loved it. Found the Souls farm after the second boss on top of the castle. Which Souls farm is that? I can't remember. I farmed souls on those golden giant thingies. Already cancelled Netflix. RIP. UK is getting Paramount Plus in the summer. Oh, cool. I guess we'll be able to watch Halo then. What do you guys think of the Halo TV show? Like, a lot of people like seem to be mad at it. I don't care because I don't care about Halo. But are people overreacting to the Halo TV show? Like, it feels like Halo fans are just completely like impossible to please. I feel like if the Halo TV show was amazing, people would still complain about it. Still have faith in Netflix. Yeah, I saw they put out a trailer for Love, Death and Robots season 3 or whatever. I really love that show, so I don't know. To be honest, I barely use Netflix anymore. I probably could cancel it. My girlfriend likes it. And I've got a lot of value out of it, but I also like I feel like Disney Plus is better. I use Disney Plus probably more, and also YouTube Premium way more. I mean, but obviously I don't watch original programming on YouTube. Man, I've got a sore throat. Oh man, I think we got COVID, guys. I think this is it. I never got mad about anything gaming related. If it's crap, it's crap. If it isn't, great. Yeah. What have I've been mad about? I mostly get mad about WoW. No other game really makes me passionate as WoW. But I don't blame Blizzard. I blame Kotick. We need to get rid of Bobby Kotick, man. Bobby Kotick has driven away all of Blizzard's best talent, all their best executives, and then, like, you know, had this sort of mentality of sort of like cutting corners, low budget, trying to maximize profit at the expense of quality. And look what it's done to his franchises. He's killing Call of Duty. He's killing everything that he's got. It's absolutely wild. Like even Shadow, even like the next WoW expansion, like the new race they're adding, is just reusing existing models in the game. They've just reskinned some existing mob, which is just so lame as an expansion feature. And I can't help but feel like it's because they've got less devs than they used to have.
Your guidance has been invaluable to our champions so far. They'll rely upon your wisdom in the battles ahead.
The people of Suramar
Make the ladder fall down at the bonfire that's before you. Go into the castle, go back up a dragon, puke fire on the enemies. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I did that for a little bit too. First time I played. I didn't bother the second time I played. I'm going to show you guys this boss actually, because this boss is really cool. Like back in the day, this would be like a 25 player boss fight. And then like, he rips the sky apart. It looks really cool. And he tries to warn you about cosmic horrors coming to invade Azeroth. and then you get his health down after some mechanics, and then he does it again, shows you another skybox. This is what Azeroth's main enemies want to do to the world, to the universe, is to like blow up all the planets and turn them into like poisoned, radioactive swamps. So that's like the Burning Legion's goal, is to destroy Azeroth and turn it into a sort of fell world. And then there's a faction even scarier than the Burning Legion, and they want to mutate all the planets into these like giant tentacle monsters. It's crazy. And this dude, like, he's gone mad because he's seen the future or something. That's such a cool skybox. Look at that planet being tentacled. And these mobs, this mob is just called Thing That Should Not Be. I'm gonna kill this guy now before he kills me.
The future will be so easy.
Yeah, so like that guy like sort of predicts the future of Azeroth, I guess. It's kind of spooky. So much potential in Blizz and the rest of Activision. Not a big fan now, used to be. Yeah, like, I think Blizzard's getting back to that level, though, because I think Activision's realized that Blizzard is known for quality, and they can't cut corners with it like they have with COD in the past. But even Call of Duty, like, people are getting fed up of what they've been doing with Call of Duty, like cutting corners in that too, and just focusing on monetization at the expense of quality. You know, I think monetization in games is fine, and it's important, you know, to grow the business or whatever. But you need to make fans feel like they're getting something for their money. You know, you can't just. There's got to be a balance. Like when I was playing Monster Hunter World, I felt like I got so much value out of that $60 for that game, and then like the $30 or whatever it was for the expansion Iceborne, and I was just like, I will literally buy the microtransactions just to support the game, because there was just so much content. I could not believe how much content that game had, and how much they were giving me for that money. Whereas like Call of Duty, it's like they give you basically like the bare minimum for free, and then they try and nickel and dime you on like random stupid stuff, like overpowered weapons and stuff like that. Did you start your guitar lessons, Jez? No, I didn't. I actually reached out to a guitar tutor based in London, but it's expensive. I think it was like £180 for one lesson. So I either need to find someone cheaper or find a service or something. I don't know what the going rate is for guitar lessons, because like I do know like very basic guitar stuff. Like I know the basic chords and shit. I never really learned scales. I kind of get what a scale is. And like, if you guys know the comic Cyanide and Happiness, one of the artists of that comic taught me the pentatonic scale when I was like 13. But yeah, it's just money at the end of the day. Me and my girlfriend are learning ukulele. Ukulele's weird, like all the chords are completely different to guitar. I guess that would be, wouldn't they? Okie dokie, we've completed that quest now, which should give me a new weapon skin.
So the palace gardener turned himself into a plant.
What can I say? He took his
After
time,
this, I'll try and get into a Mythic Plus dungeon so you can see some actual real content. Although I'm hoping that it won't kill my PC. Maybe I can like turn some of the graphics down to help it a bit. I can put the shadow quality down. Shadow quality, particle density. I'll put all these to good instead of high. It still looks decent enough. That has helped the frame rate a bit. Yeah, I gained like 10 FPS from that. Yeah, that should be doable for a dungeon. You should start with the program probably first. What teaches the basics, and then someone more experienced. Yeah, I already kind of know the basics. Like, I can play like Nirvana, Nirvana song. You know, I think I'm at least at a basic level. I've written like 300 hours of music, but it's all like really basic music, and a lot of made up chords. Activision Blizzard ruined Crash and Spyro. Skylanders was great. It is good that Bobby ruined it, I guess, because Xbox was able to scope the deal. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like you don't want the games being destroyed, but also if this hadn't happened, we wouldn't have got rid of Kotick. Kotick won't last a month when Blizzard's acquired, I don't think. I think one of the things that'll affect the Activision Blizzard deal is the fact that politicians don't take video gaming seriously. I feel like if Activision was a movie studio, they'd be like, oh yeah, he deserves his golden parachute because movies are important. But because it's all the politicians are boomers, they can't wrap their head around the fact that it would be worth even more than a movie studio. They can't wrap their head around that. So I think there's like some cultural ignorance there, which is probably gonna cause friction as well. Like they don't get why people are pouring money into these games because they're all boomers and they don't play any games. If it was a movie studio, I swear the narrative will be completely different. Because boomers get that shit. Obviously some boomers are gamers and they're awesome. But a lot of boomers ain't gamers. Like my parents, for example. My parents still don't get my job. They still don't get what my job is. You know. I've explained it to them many times. And now I just say, yeah, I write for a magazine. But they still don't really get it. And sometimes my mom tells people, oh, Jez works for Microsoft. Like, I don't work for Microsoft, but close enough. I suppose it's easier to tell people shit like that. RIP. I never actually played Skylanders. What was Skylanders like? Was Skylanders like, your Skylanders kind of like, Crash and Spyro, like a third-person platformer sort of thing? There's some great guys on YouTube. Tim Pierce is one of the greatest session guitarists in history. His knowledge is second to none. Yeah, I mean, I could do that too. I could just look on YouTube, I guess, for tutorials, but I feel like if I have a guitar teacher and I'm paying for it, it'll sort of motivate me. Motivate me more. Or maybe it won't. You know, because I bought a game dev course. You guys who follow me on Twitter probably remember. I was trying to learn Unity engine, and I was like learning a bit of C# programming and stuff like that. And it was all right, you know. I was making some progress and stuff. My mum's 6'6" and plays on the DS. Well, your mum is awesome, buddy. Your mum is awesome. Oh shit, I've missed the boss. Yeah, my mom, just flat out refuses to do anything game related. She'd probably enjoy games if she tried. Like, I'm sure I could get her into Candy Crush or stuff. But my mom's a kind of person who won't even buy a smartphone, you know. And she's like, I think she's like 61 now. 62. Can't remember exactly how old my mom is, that's bad. But she turned 16 not long ago. And she won't even buy a smartphone. You know, she uses one of those dumb phones, Nokia with buttons and shit. I got a Nokia dumb smartphone. Like, it's like a dumb phone that has some smartphone features, like a web browser and WhatsApp and stuff. Just because she refuses to use a touchscreen. It's really irritating because my grandma who's approaching 90, she uses an iPad and she's got a PC and she uses a smartphone. But my mom, who is like in her 60s, won't, for whatever reason. Hey Luan, how's it going, man? It's good to see you here, buddy. We're just messing around, doing some casual WoW play. Which range class besides Hunter would you say is the best for beginners? That's a good question, actually. Well, to be honest, these days, pretty much every class you need to look up a guide for basically every class these days. Like, even Hunter, like, they're relatively straightforward at low level, but endgame, Hunter becomes more complicated and you need to look up a guide for it and stuff. So, like, the guides are on, like, wowhead.com. Wowhead is probably the best website for WoW. And, so you just search for, like, Marksman Hunter Wowhead guide, and it'll pull up the class guide for it and stuff. But, I would say play the class that is most aesthetically pleasing to you. Don't worry about playing the class that's easiest for beginners. I would say avoid playing a tank if you're a beginner, though, because if you don't know the dungeons that well, people get mad at you. Tanks are kind of expected to lead the dungeon. Dreadlord's tattered wing cover. What does that look like? Oh wow, that's a pretty cool cape. Okay, we've killed that guy now. We should be able to get upstairs. Right. So we're doing this old content because I want to get Gul'dan's mount, and it's got like a 5% or less chance to drop. So I've got to kill this guy every week for the next 2 years to try and get this mount. There is a chance we could get this mount on stream, and that would be very lucky indeed. But there's also a high chance, that we won't get the mount on stream. But even still, this is what a lot of WoW players do every Wednesday when there's a reset, is that they run these old dungeons to try and get these cosmetic items that were rare, that are super rare at the time. Because you can only try once per week. Activision is double the price of Twitter. Yeah, it's kind of funny to think that, like, Microsoft could have bought Twitter twice instead of Activision. But why the hell? I don't know why anyone would want to own Twitter. It's like, it's a regulatory nightmare. Like, what do you even do with it, you know? I'm sure what Elon will do is, the first thing Elon will do, he'll look at TikTok and he'll try and copy all of TikTok's features. If he's smart, he'll try and look at TikTok and copy TikTok, because for a social network, you've got to have that younger audience. I think you've got to have like the trending features. You've got to have the trending stuff, you know. And Twitter's just never evolved with the times. It's had like a pretty static user base. I think it's like 150 million or something. Whereas TikTok's like in the billions, Facebook's in the billions. Because Twitter's always had these self-imposed restrictions on itself. Like, Twitter literally had Vine in the palm of its hands. But they were like, no, Vine has to be 6 seconds long. All the videos have to be 6 seconds long. And they refused to budge on that very arbitrary rule. And because of that, Vine died. Twitter is a cesspit. It is a cesspit, but You gotta take the good with the bad. Like, we're always sort of, humans are always biased towards the bad things because they want to avoid bad things at all costs, and that's evolutionary. And we often like ignore the good aspects of things. And like, I owe my entire career to Twitter. You know, I was a minimum wage IT guy, high school dropout, and thanks to Twitter, I was able to build a career doing something completely different, and it's all because of Twitter. So it's sort of like, people say it's a cesspit, but it also, it does democratize access to a lot of stuff, you know. Like, because of connections I've made on Twitter, I've like met people that I would never have been able to meet as just a random IT guy, you know. I've been incredibly lucky thanks to Twitter. Waiting for Final Fantasy 4 on an Xbox, so tired of waiting. Yeah, the problem with that is like, they've got to keep up. They've got to keep up with the demand for content on Final Fantasy 14. So it's like, either they can send their devs to work on an Xbox version, or they can focus on building content for their base version, you know. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do they abandon their content cycle, or do they work on an Xbox port, you know? Hey, Sauron, nah man. It's like Sauron Grand. There's loads of issues with Twitter. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying Twitter is like without problems. Twitter has serious problems, and so like when it comes to misinformation, really bad problems, because you have to think about the effect that Twitter can have on democracy itself. So while I am sort of biased in saying that it's a good thing, there are so many messed up things about it that are probably like, you know, need some form of regulation. And that's why like the European Union's getting worried about Elon Musk saying he's going to reduce moderation, because doesn't reduce moderation mean more misinformation? You know, that's kind of what it means to me. People can just log on to any platform and say whatever bullshit they want to say, you know, and people can believe it in bad faith because they're angry about something else, or they've got like an axe to grind with something else, so they like pretend to believe in things that are ridiculous, you know. And I think to mitigate that, you need some kind of regulation. I don't think that's unreasonable. They call it dark patterns. Well, I can just stand in the fire and not even worry about it. Even though this is old content, this guy can still kill me by blasting me off the edge, I think. They need to get rid of mutineers. What's a mutineer? Twitter is not the problem if people are the problem. People are always the problem, man. Man, I would have loved to have done this fight back in the day when it was original content. Oh shit, he's blowing me around. That's not good. And he's dead. There we go. Do you guys want to watch the cinematic? You can watch the cinematic. But this guy was like the end boss of WoW for a while. Oh, was it loud? Sorry about that. I turned it down. Let me know if that's okay. Illidan's so badass.
You have seen what I have seen. You know what we face. Now, mortals, follow me into the abyss.
Illidan is god tier, man. I have the skin for Genji. Oh, come on, give me the mount. Give me the mount. Oh, there's no mount. Fuck. Rip in peace. In fact, there's no mount and there's no inventory space. But we don't need any of that. Oh well, we tried. We tried. We tried. Yeah, the character design is badass. Like, Illidan is so damn cool. Illidan's status in WoW is currently unknown. He disappeared at some point. We don't know what Illidan's doing at the moment. Right, I'm gonna try and do a dungeon, a proper dungeon for y'all. Oh, that's weird. You can change your camera size. Right, let's do a dungeon. A proper dungeon. Backlog next time, thanks buddy. Yeah. I really want that mount. Shit. I'm gonna be doing that dungeon like every single week for the next year probably. Can't get into WoW because I have ADHD and some things make me very anxious, but I like the game very much. What makes you anxious, man? Like, grouping up and feeling responsible and stuff? Like, WoW can be like kind of nerve-wracking when you're playing with other people and they're like critical and they always want you to play perfectly and shit. Can't keep up with the story. Yeah, nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can keep up with the story. I'm actually reading one of the Warcraft books right now because a lot of the story is no longer in the game. A lot of it's like shifted out into books and shit, which is kind of lame. Like, more of the story actually needs to be in the game. Hmm. There might be some Starfield leaks coming out, apparently. Just got some interesting DMs. FF14, you literally have to do it in sequence, it's mandatory, it's easy to understand. Hmm. Yeah, WoW's not that kind of game. It's like, there's loads of different story threads all over the place. Like, for example, you play Horde and Alliance. The Horde has a completely different storyline to the Alliance. So like, absorb the combined power of the night shards into the Eye of Gul'dan. Alright. Lunar Crucible, okay. Where's the Lunar Crucible then? Over there, okie dokie. Let's go to the Lunar Crucible. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Starfield stuff yet, so don't get excited. But it sounds as though some audio from an internal presentation has leaked online, maybe. Yeah, work-life balance is a really annoying thing to balance. I've started doing a better job of it. Like, I used to be so pushing myself so hard, but it was not sustainable. So I've been trying to take it a lot easier lately. Alright, what do I do here? Alright, okay. Power absorbed. Absorbing the power. What am I doing exactly? Absorbing power. Ooh, pretty. We're absorbing the powers. This is a really old quest. I'm just doing it for the cosmetic. Jay, did you see the leaks from schools in Nick about possible Bethesda titles? I did, but I don't know if they're true myself. I believe them though. I think it's Mr. Matty players who originally had that information, or some of it at least. We're absorbing the powers. I don't actually know what's going on. I should have probably read the quest. Alright, we're absorbing power into the weapon. And from this quest, which has taken me years to do, because I kept putting it off, we get some new weapon skins. Did you know that Tatanka, which is an Xbox codename, is actually an IRL wrestler that won 40-man Battle Royale? Yeah, I used to watch wrestling. I remember Tatanka. I was trying to try and figure out why they chose that codename. Yeah, we got our weapon skin finally. Well, it's a floating skull. We like that. We're down for that floating skull. We got a floating skull after all this damn time. There's no cool quest like that in Shadowlands. This geezer's getting a new model next patch. Right, let's do a real dungeon now. Well, first I want to go back to Dalaran and check out what this model is. When do you think we'll hear about the Xbox showcase? Lord Axel asks. Probably quite soon. Probably soon. Rand was saying, you know, it would be interesting if there was 2 showcases this year. Certainly an interesting idea, I think, from Rand. Don't you guys think? But yeah, I think it'll be sooner rather than later. We'll start hearing about some interesting developments on that front. WoW's getting a new UI. Yes, it is. Funnily enough, it looks like my UI because I use a modified UI right now. And they've made it more like this because a lot of players play the game like this. They try and keep the top of the screen clear and, you know, try to like reduce the amount of crap all over the screen. Because it can be hard to see what you're doing. You know, if you're playing like in a complicated dungeon or some shit, it can be hard to see, right? Yeah, I think they are gonna do 2. I think they're gonna do one for Bethesda and they're gonna do one for Xbox because I think they've probably just got a lot to show. Hopefully there won't be many leaks. Yeah, I don't plan on leaking. I don't leak shows. That's one thing I don't do because it ruins surprises and it's lame. I mean, if Microsoft like if leaks come to me through the year about games and shit like that or projects being announced, I don't mind leaking that because it's eventually out there and it's going to be me or someone else. But I think leaking a show, spoiling a show, is kind of like spoiling a movie or spoiling a TV show. I think it's kind of lame. So I would never do that. I would never do that. I'd let someone else do that if they wanna ruin that. I think it's just kind of weak. Man, this city is laggy. But we're gonna check out what this weapon skin looks like because I've spent ages trying to get it. Oh god. Oh god, is this area PvP enabled? I'm gonna get killed. Oh god, it's PvP enabled. I'm gonna get killed. I'm probably gonna get killed. Let's get out of here quickly. Let's run into the portal. Ah! Don't run. Why are you giving so much for Randall predictions thoughts? Yeah, Rand's predictions are very interesting, aren't they? Good old Rand and his good old predictions. I haven't been here for a while. The Warlock class hall. Yeah, salute me. I'm your leader. What are we doing here again? Oh yeah, we are looking for weapon skins. Oh, bollocks. I need it equipped. Thankfully, being a warlock or goblin, we can just whip this guy out. Where's my artifact weapon? Is that it? No. There it is. Right. Appearances. Pride of the Pit Lord. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And I have a floating Pit Lord skull. That took me ages to get for some reason. Unleashed monstrosities. That looks pretty cool too. But we'll go with the green for now, I think. Well, that wasn't too hard. And now I'll put that back into my bank. Oh bollocks, that's too slow. Right, let's go back to the Shadowlands then. Right, let's do a serious quest. Hey Cole, how's it going? Yes, this is not a Souls game. This is World of Warcraft. Yeah, Jacob. I mean, at the end of the day, it's business. You know, Sony gets Spider-Man, we get Mandalorian. You know, personally, I'd rather have Mandalorian because I don't care about Marvel and I like Star Wars. But we don't know for sure if it's even true yet. I mean, I trust those guys and I believe them, but you know, sometimes leaks can get misinterpreted. Sometimes they don't pan out. Sometimes things get cancelled, plans change, blah blah blah. You all know the drill. You all know the drill. I need to make sure I don't vendor my ring. There it is. We know we don't want to vendor that. No sir. I am level 50 only, please. Let's put that in my main bank so nothing can go bad. Main bag rather. Okay, I think we are ready to queue for a dungeon. Right, I'm gonna queue for a proper dungeon now. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Theatre of Pain, that's what we want today. Theatre of Pain, Mythic Keystone. Let's try and get a nice theatre running. Now guys, when I'm doing the dungeon I might reply less to chat because people want to rush these things, but I'll glance across every now and then when I can. You doing good, Cole? Hey Zombie, how's it going, man? Do you think exclusives will disappear now? They're competing on services and many people have multiple systems. I don't think exclusives will disappear. In fact, I think exclusives are more important than ever because that's how you pull people into your ecosystem. You know, like Netflix and all those other companies, like they're grinding exclusives like crazy. I think exclusives are going to be still important, personally. Let's try this 16. Top beat timer. Hmm. Finding a dungeon is tough. I'll try this one, I guess. My June showcase wishes: Avowed, Hellblade, Indiana Jones, Gears 6 and Elder Scrolls. I'm rocking out, juggling college registrations for the oldest and graduation celebrations for both of the older girls. Hey, congrats to them. What they're doing after school? Oldest is prom, graduation, and he's narrowing down which of the 6 universities he's going to choose. What's she going to study? Man, no one's inviting me to their groups. They're so mean. But I don't want to join one of these unpopulated groups. Hmm. Nobody wants me. Man, this is the real end game. Actually getting into a dungeon. Oh, I got one. Probably with the DPS. Oh, nice. We got in. Let's see if this ends up being a total shit showing up. Oldest is studying game dev with a focus on accessibility. That's awesome. I mean, Microsoft is always recruiting for that kind of thing. I'm gonna reduce my graphics again because I want to have better frames in this place, I think. Outline mode. It's still kind of rough. I think some of my add-ons are making me lag too. I'm gonna get rid of that soul bunch tracker. Delete. How much RAM are we using? Add-on memory 280 megabytes. That is wild. Raider IO uses so much memory? My dream work is to work at Xbox. What in what kind of role, man? I would love to work for Blizzard, but I don't think I want to live in California. And I don't think I have any skills they would want. She used to say her dream was to be unveiling accessibility tech at E3, but I don't think there's a lot of hope for that these days. Nah, you'd be surprised. Microsoft actually announced some accessibility tech today, well, on Twitter. They they announced a new job search portal for neurodiverse people, which I thought was cool. Oh shit, I'm gonna change my talents around. Let's go with defensive in here, I think. Yep, please. Tekken Valley she do, but she won't want to be on stage at E3. Oh man, why not? um, yeah, E3 is kind of spooky. Not gonna lie. Right, this is a more like high level dungeon. Endgame shit. So I might be replying a bit less to chat. I'm still gonna try and glance over it every now and then. But this is a little bit of a taste of what I was actually like. The stuff I was doing up until now was just sort of messing around, random stuff. Dog into boss and lusting skip pack. Okay, these guys are gonna try and do some random special tactics and shit. So this is why, like, I don't really like playing with randoms, because like if I'm on Discord, people can tell me like the weird tactics they want to do. But on here, it's a bit different. Where's the tank? Oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh shit, I didn't even bother looking at the affixes, which isn't smart of me. And I think we're gonna die, because no one's dodging shit. And I'm playing really bad, and I'm stunned. Stunned with bombs and Vi, which is not fun. Thanks for the help, guys. Yeah, this run's gonna be pain, I can see it now.
Target you.
Like, literally no one's interrupting except me, and I'm the warlock.
Run out.
I'm having to heal myself. That's how bad this is going so far. And the tank's top on DPS. Not good.
Run out.
And that dude's got a massive shield. This mess. This run is gonna be messy. We'll see how it goes. I wouldn't say Embracer has a monopoly. They own a lot of studios, but they don't make anywhere near as much money as like Microsoft, Sony, Tencent, shit like that. Monopoly is like, it's market share. It's not just like, it's not just how many studios you own. It's market share too. Man, what are these guys doing? I guess whoa kind of helps. But I don't think they're meant to get that. Let's nuke these ads. Boom, 27k DPS. Look about. Is that enough DPS for you, lads? They do own a lot. I thought the percentage doesn't count. They count towards monopoly. There's how much company buys and how much. Nah, it's more about the money. I mean, if you own like 1,000 shitty companies, you don't own that much of the revenue or market share, really. Like, even with Activision Blizzard, Microsoft is still, even if like they add Activision Blizzard's revenue to theirs, they still end up number 3 behind Sony and Tencent. So like, it's nowhere near approaching a monopoly from a revenue and market share perspective. Tencent has the most monthly active. Well, is it Sony with the most? Sony definitely has the most money. I'm not sure if Tencent has more monthly active users. This is gonna go bad. This poll is gonna go bad. I can see it. It's gonna go bad. Or maybe not. No, it's going alright. Never mind. Spoke too soon. That was alright. Oh, he's pulling another pack. Okay. Man, there's volcanoes all over the place. I hate this affix. This actually isn't bad with this frame rate. I thought it'd be much worse, but it's not bad. It's doable. Oh god. Oh god, I'm dying. This is not good. The tank's dead. We should have killed that drifter first. The healer's dead. I'm gonna res him. Res the healer. Now, do we skip here or what? No. We attack.
Watch your step.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. That's scary. That's scary. Oh god! Spikes. Oh god, fire interceptor now too. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. This here is pretty good.
Watch your step.
Especially considering I'm standing in AoE. Man, we really should target these interceptors before we fire the thing. Jez, with the AB deal, Xbox paid more than Disney on deals twice. Yeah, it's a big acquisition, you know. A lot of money involved. It's a crazy amount of money.
Watch your step.
Let's put a portal up, just so I don't fuck that up.
Watch your step.
I hate this pulse so
Watch
damn
your
much.
step.
So easy to get knocked off the
Watch
edge
your
here.
step.
It's the last thing any of us want. Thank you very much. ActiveBliz is insanely huge. It is huge, but you have to remember, if you look at like their financials and shit, they're losing a lot of users. I think they announced Call of Duty lost 50% of its monthly active users year over year, which ain't a good look. It's not a good look. So like, for investors to decline this deal, they would have to be literally insane. There's no universe that exists where declining the deal is a good idea.
Watch your step.
Why do they keep going for Vi? I know we've got a whoa. Why have we got a whoa? These guys don't know what they're doing. They literally don't know what they're doing.
Watch your step. Run out. Run.
That hurts a lot. Oh shit. I thought it was over. I'm dead. Oh fuck's sake.
Watch your step.
I'm fucking up majorly. I changed my UI so like I'm not used to these buttons and shit. I'm gonna get blown up.
Watch your step. Run out.
Shit.
Watch your step.
I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
Run.
Let's not die, please.
Watch your step.
Why has the boss got so much fucking health?
Run.
Oh, it's tyrannical, that's what.
Watch your step. Run.
Shit.
Watch your step.
We ain't gonna time this, there's no damn way. No way we're gonna time this, baby! I should get some rain from it. Bobby warned them that their shares will go down if they do not vote for approval. Yeah, I mean, they will. Why? There's literally no reason to block this deal. The only reason to block the deal is if like some career politician wants to make a name on being a dick, basically. I don't think there's any real reason to block this deal. It's like the only reason to block it is pure ideological. Oh god, everyone's dying. That's not good. Might put a thing on the healer, maybe? Nah, healer's okay. He's a paladin. Of course he's okay. It's getting a bit laggy playing like this. I couldn't raid like this. No way. Too many players. Why am I doing less damage? Might have to go back to my old UI because I just can't get used to this shit. I keep forgetting to use my imps and stuff. Jez, would you like more Sega games on Xbox Game Pass? Or do you want some Sonic games? Didn't they put classic Sonic on Game Pass, or am I going crazy? I don't like the 3D Sonic games. I think they're an abomination. But I'm like old. So my Sonic was always 2D. So I have a different view on it, I guess. Oh, these diseases hurt, man.
Watch your step.
And I'm dead. Is Roundhouse a support studio or something else? I honestly don't know. I don't think anyone knows right now. I think they have been doing support work. Man, these volcanoes really suck. Oh, this pull's gonna be nasty. Let's see it now.
Watch your step.
Let's get away from that.
Watch your step.
Not bad. Game's definitely harder with a lower FPS. I usually play at 60, but this is like I'm running at 30 right now, or 40ish or something. It's hard to like focus on what I need to actually press. I wish WoW had local servers in Brazil. Do Brazilians have to play on the American realms? I actually prefer WoW in this, so I can run around really fast.
Run.
Oh shit, fuck. Dodge the hooks of death! Well, this boss is gonna be annoying as hell. Ouch, that hurt.
Run.
I wonder why we haven't used any drums yet.
Run.
You basically have to dance around on this boss.
Run.
Ah, fuck. Fuck that up. Oh. Please don't die, Mr. Healer. Let's put a soul stone on you just in case.
Run.
Ah, shit. Jesus.
Run.
There we go. One more. Well, two more, I think. Two more bosses. Don't think we'll do it in 16 minutes. See, like when you do Mythic Plus difficulty, there's like a timer. I don't know if you could see that on the side of the screen. I got to do it in 16 minutes. Bobby needs the money to leave because you got contractors. Bobby knows this is the only way he's going to get any money out of Activision, and he knows he's not getting any younger. And this is after this past couple of years. He knows there's no way he's going to be able to build the company back up. So this is the best hope for him to have a good exit and leave some kind of legacy of being a capable businessman behind him. Like if he doesn't land this deal, he'll be known as the guy who destroyed Activision Blizzard. If he lands this deal, he'll be known as the guy who sold Activision Blizzard for $1 billion. So that's basically what it comes down to. Man, these volcanoes are bullshit. I hate them so much. Oh shit. No thank you. Let's not get interrupted.
Run out. Run out. Run out. Attack totem. Watch your step.
Oh god, that was bad.
Attack totem. Watch your step.
Oh god, cleave, scary. Oh god, AoE everywhere. Oh shit, the healer's dead. Not good, not good. Healer's res, that's okay.
Attack totem. Watch your step.
Oh my god, I'm stunned. And I'm being thrown into the arena.
Target you. Attack totem. Watch your step.
Oh god, why can't I move? Healer's dead again. Let's res him. Oh, can't. Combo res on cooldown. Phew, it's close. Hey Jacob, thank you very much for joining though, man. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you around, buddy. I am also gonna knock off in about 15 minutes. Thanks to everyone that came by. You know, this test stream, PC and shit. Like, Obviously, I haven't really tried streaming off my PC ever, I think. I had no idea how my PC was gonna handle it and shit like that, but seems to have done alright.
Stay away from lines.
Oh god, I'm in the wrong place! That was not good. That was bad.
Run out.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Stay
done
away
pretty
from
quick.
lines. Run. Stay away from lines. Stay away from lines.
Ouchie.
Run. Run out. Stay away from lines.
Shit, I'm in the bad place. That was a bad place.
Run. Stay away from lines.
Wow, this was hectic. But we did it! Wow, overtimed it too. I thought that run was going to be a shit show, but it was actually really good. Yeah, it was a pretty good run. Not bad at all. No loot though. No loot! But it was a good run. Did the dude get his legs? No, he did not. Right. But yeah, that was a WoW dungeon. High-end Mythic Plus. Well, high-end. Sort of mid-range. Not really high-end a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. You know, I know this was a random impromptu sort of stream and not really trying to do anything special here, but I hope you have a really cool rest of your evening, and I will see you guys around. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on Friday for the podcast, Xbox 2, and all that stuff. Take care, everybody.